that hold us back. And it's not your fault. 95% of the things that we do are all unconscious. This is something that I learned. Only 5% of our day we are actually consciously living. The other 95%, our subconscious is working and we're on what you would call autopilot. For example, whenever you're doing something and you begin to think about something else, your mind has gone into the subconscious and you're on autopilot. Whenever you begin to think back in the past or into the future, you have taken yourself away from the present moment. And whenever you're not here in the present moment, you are in the subconscious and you are on autopilot. Most of us humans spend a lot of time thinking about the past or anticipating the future. That's why 95% of your day is being ran by the subconscious. And it's so easy to slip out of the conscious mind. Let's say you're on the way home and you're driving and you get a phone call. And you're on the phone and you're talking and you're so deep into the conversation, and all of a sudden you pull up at the house and you don't remember how you got there. Your subconscious stopped at all the stop signs. It stopped at all the red lights. And it got you home. And the subconscious is a magical thing. Because whatever you've been feeding it, it's shaping your world. It shapes everything that you habitually do. It also shapes everything that you habitually think. There are programs in our minds that have been there since we were 7 years old. From the last trimester of pregnancy, all the way up until a kid is 7, we're in this state, this brain state of what you call theta. And when you're in theta, your brain is recording everything that you see. The program that you're working on right now that's running your life is the program of all of the things that you observed up until the point when you were 7. Whether that be your parents' friends, shows that you watched, whatever you observed during those years has been what's molding your current life situation. The Greek philosopher Aristotle said that, "Give me a child until he is 7, and I will show you the man." See, Aristotle knew that a child up to the age of 7 was in the state of theta. Theta is that state right where you slip out of consciousness and you slip into the subconscious mind. And I know you guys hear us speak about the subconscious a lot in this room. And today, I wanted to shed a little bit more light on it and let you know why you may still be stuck in certain places in your life. I know a lot of you may be self-sabotaging. And it could be different different things that could be happening to you, and you just don't understand why. You may keep running into the same type of people in your life. You may keep running into the same type of situations. You may feel like you're just going in circles, and you keep trying to change the external world. And at the end of the day, it's the inner work that we have to do in order to change ourselves. And to be completely honest, the inner work is hard. It's hard. It's hard to change a set of beliefs that have been imprinted in you since you were a kid. It takes a lot of effort, and that could be challenging. It really can. But it's something that we can all overcome, and we can all still win at this game of life. See, I've learned that through hypnosis. And no, you don't have to go to a hypnotherapist. You could self-hypnotize. Through deep meditation and through repetition, we can train the subconscious mind and get rid of all those old programs that just aren't working for us right now. We have to take the steps daily in order to accomplish this. So there's 2 times during the day that you're in that state of mind called theta. And those 2 times are right before you go to sleep, when your conscious is fading away and you're going into your subconscious, and also right when you're waking up in the morning, when you're all groggy and you're just getting up, you're in theta there too. We can use these times to reprogram our subconscious mind. That's why a lot of you guys that sleep in this room every night, when you're waking up, you're having a different sense of life. You're having a different inspiration and motivation about yourself. It's because you're hearing these positive messages all night long, and your subconscious has to take it in. So it's more than just positive thinking. It's more than that. You can't expect to release 20 or 30 years of negative thinking with being positive for a few days or a few weeks, right? That's just pretending. And y'all know that I preach that you can't pretend and influence anything on this earth. You have to completely embody a feeling to become it. And your subconscious has embodied a certain person. Your subconscious is in a certain state after all these years of programming that has come from not only you, but heredity, your ancestors. Everything that you have been observing has been programming you. But don't worry, because again, self-hypnosis, deep meditation, and repetition through auto-suggestion, we can reprogram our subconscious mind. If you're brand new, just getting in the room, this is the Secret Law of Attraction Club. I am Deraj Global, and tonight we're speaking about the subconscious mind. Lay back, relax, get yourself into a meditative state. Fall asleep listening to this audio so it can speak to your subconscious. Wake up feeling renewed and refreshed. To everybody that's new and it's your first time in the room, make sure you add yourself as a member. We do this room every single night where we get together, grow, and learn as a community. Let's get back into it. So let's talk about auto-suggestion. And I really love to put hypnosis, auto-suggestion, and meditation all together. Like, I like to combine them. I just feel like it's more powerful that way, but we're going to just start by learning each one. So, with auto-suggestion, I want you to think about it like you think about self-talk, the inner conversations that you have in your head. Now, most of us have this voice in our head that is negative. I think most of us do. A lot of y'all will find out that you do. And this inner voice is directly connected to the subconscious mind. And whatever that inner voice is speaking, it can really shed light on what kind of programs that you have in your subconscious mind. So for instance, if you are somebody and you're having money issues, and you say to yourself, you make a suggestion to yourself that I am rich, but there's this inner voice that may be telling you that no, you're not. That's a lie, right? And that's okay. Actually, if you're able to pinpoint the negative things that your mind is saying, it's going to be even easier for you to reprogram yourself. So what you will find is that if you say certain statements over and over and over again, your subconscious will pick up on it, and you will notice your inner voice will begin to say these things without you being conscious of it. That's a reprogram. Our inner conversations shape our lives. That little small voice inside of you is what you believe. For example, let's say that you've been working on your credit for some time now because you've been trying to buy a house. And you finally got your credit up a little bit to where you can be qualified for this house. So it's time for you to apply for the loan. And this little voice in your head has its own little dialogue. And it might say stuff like, I don't think that I'm going to get approved. I don't know if my score is high enough. I hope that they approve this. See, that's that self-talk, that inner conversation, and that inner conversation comes straight from the subconscious mind and its beliefs that have been programmed in it. Now, there's some things that you could do here. You see, you can consciously auto-suggest that I'm getting approved for this loan. I qualify for this loan. I deserve this house. See, those are auto-suggestions. But the thing about them are, you have to repeatedly say them over and over again until you can embody the feeling that they are real. And the only way you can embody that feeling that those auto-suggestions are real is if you believe them to be true. How can you believe them to be true? You have to act as if they are true. Remember the law of reversibility and how if a physical fact can produce in you a certain feeling, then that certain feeling that you have can produce a physical fact. Which means that you have to know that the loan is already approved in your mind, and then you auto-suggest to yourself over and over and over again until you have embodied the feeling of that. That will in return program the subconscious to be positive about that certain thing. And then without you even being conscious of it, it has to manifest for you. And when you think about auto-suggestion, I don't want you to only think about it as you just saying stuff to yourself over and over again. There's something else that makes auto-suggestion even more powerful. And that thing is visualization. And I believe that visualization is the language of the subconscious mind. So when you visualize yourself using the auto suggestions, that combination is going to make for a very powerful mind programming strategy that you can use daily. You know, we all have a lot of downtime where we can do this all day long. When you find yourself scrolling on Facebook or scrolling on Instagram or on Clubhouse trying to find a room to get in, you can actually just do this on your downtime. And a lot of times you don't even know that you have downtime because you're in your subconscious. Remember, whenever you're not in the present moment, whenever you're thinking about the past or the future, or whenever you're thinking, you automatically slip into autopilot. You automatically slip into your subconscious mind. So your job is to start knowing that, hey, today I begin to utilize all my time to reprogram my mind so that these inner conversations and this self-talk that I've been having with myself are talks that are helping me and not sabotaging my growth. And this is one of the big things that separate the people that take this knowledge and actually use it to change their lives forever, or the people that take in the knowledge and not do anything with it and just say, oh yeah, I know that, I know. It's a big difference. And let me let you in on a little secret with that as well. See, when you're learning from your conscious mind. When you read a book, your conscious mind learns it. It picks up on it. Yeah, I get that idea. That makes sense. But remember that only 5% of your day is being operated on by your conscious mind. 95% of your day is being operated on by your subconscious mind, which means that you can read a book and you can learn the knowledge, but it's not being applied because your subconscious is the one in control. So how do we get it in there? Again, this point is the auto-suggestion, the repetition of it, right? Reading a book one time will not change your life. Reading a book over and over and over again will change your life. Why? Because with repetition, it sinks into the subconscious and it becomes a habit. Just think about a teenager that wants to learn how to drive a car. You cannot give a teenager a pamphlet on how to drive a car, put them in a car one time, and they know how to drive that car. It doesn't work like that. You see, you have to practice driving that car. You gotta mess up a few times. You gotta press on the gas sometime when you meant to press on the brake. And you are so nervous when you first start driving. I mean, you're looking in the mirrors, you're making sure everything's straight, you're making sure your hands are in the right place. You know what I'm saying? You're nervous, your heart's beating fast. But after you learn how to drive that car, and you've done it so many times, it becomes a subconscious action, right? Because now, after you learn how to drive that car, when you get in, you're not looking at all that. You're putting the key in and you gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's the secret here. Getting our auto-suggestions, our affirmations, the repetitive ones, to become part of that subconscious mind. And when it becomes part of your subconscious, then it doesn't matter if you're paying attention that 95% of the time. Why? Because it's already programmed for you to succeed. You programmed yourself to succeed. All right, guys, we're going to do a quick reset of the room. This is the Secret Law of Attraction Club, and I am Deraj Global. Tonight we are learning about the secrets of the subconscious mind. Make sure you sit back, relax, get yourself in a meditative state. Fall asleep listening to this audio. Let it speak to your subconscious. Wake up feeling renewed and refreshed.